Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee. Angela Yee has the rumor report coming up at,
I got enemies.
Now.
You know, yeah, right now. You know what we're discussing. Meek let us all down. It's another crack in the Liberty Bell this morning.
All right. Let's get into it because we are going to talk about people's responses and what happened. And let's talk about the Meek Mill diss song and some specific parts of that. Okay. Now, in case you didn't.
You're not going to play your intro?
I don't know what's going on.
You got a rumor report intro.
Well, it's not going to happen right now, Charlamagne. Okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
I'm
go
aware.
ahead. Okay.
All right, now, one thing that everybody was talking about was, yes, the fact that Diddy is on the track, poppin'-ish, okay? Another thing people want to know about is this part, the outro. You let Tip Homie pee on you in the movie theater, and murder. We ain't forget, Real Emirates back in style. This ish is lit. Now, what exactly did that mean? Well, our friend Julia Beverly did try to explain what happened. She said Drake got peed on by T.I.'s drunk friend Cap at the Takers premiere in Hollywood. That's what she heard from her sources. Cap was fresh out of the feds and drunk during the premiere, peed in the aisle and on Drake, and Drake got clowned for not reacting to that. So that's what that line means for people who are wondering who peed on who, what happened, blah, blah, blah. I saw Little Duval was tweeting about it, and he said that was some inside information. Little Duval also said a lot of stuff in Meek's rap was inside information that a lot of people didn't know about. So
I'll tell you one thing, Drake got peed on, but Drake defecated on Meek all week. I know one thing, okay? And I wish I could curse so I could say the S word, because that was a real SE record that Meek put out.
Well, let's talk about the producers on this, okay? Because Jalil Beats is the person that did the Meek track along with Swiss Beats, right? And he put on Twitter, I peeped that unfollow at Boy Wonder. Boy Wonder is one of Drake's producers. So there's some fallout going on behind the scenes.
But you know what though? That's another reason I gotta give this is a huge L for Meek, because you went and got Jalil Beats and Swiss Beats and had Diddy talking on a record. Meanwhile, Aubrey was just coming at you with beats and bars. I don't even know who produced Aubrey's records by himself. And you had to go get that fully loaded lineup and still deliver a very mediocre record. Nah, man. No, Meek. No. No.
All right, now let's talk about Norm Kelly. If you don't know who Norm Kelly is, he is the city councilor in Toronto. He's the one that tweeted that Meek Mill, he said, you're no longer welcome in Toronto at Meek Mill. Okay, and Meek Mill responded, a white man at Norm, what gives you the audacity to tell me I can't come somewhere over me voicing my opinion? You sound like a thug. Norm Kelly responded, a American at Meek Mill didn't say don't come, just puzzled why'd you diss a Canadian hero a week before coming to the city. Now that happened last week. Norm Kelly then took to Twitter yesterday, and again, he's the counselor for the city of Toronto, and said this is the reason people hire ghostwriters, #we didn't want to know.
He actually has a point. I don't think Meek Mill understands how much he let the culture down. We was expecting a battle. I was expecting Meek to come out strong. He did not come out strong. I want to know who he ran that record by before he decided to release it. And I don't want to hear no part two. Ain't no time for no part two, man. You're supposed to be coming with fatality. Shouldn't be no warning shots after what Drake did to you this week. It shouldn't have been no warning shots. You're supposed to bring it, Meek. You let Jazzy Jeff down.
Jazzy Jeff, stop it.
He did, man.
Now, another thing that people were wondering was, what was Nicki Minaj's response to everything while all this was happening? Well, Nicki Minaj was definitely on Twitter, but she wasn't talking about any of this at all. She was asking people, do you think I should do a video for Trini Them Girls? And people were responding yes. And basically she was talking about doing a new video and retweeting people telling her what videos she should do. So
you telling me Nicki didn't tweet out Meek Mill's diss record?
She did not put out a link or anything like that. She's just
Meek going on a Twitter rant today. Meek going on a Twitter rant today. How dare my girl didn't put out my diss record?
All right, well that is your rumor report. I'm Angela Yee.
Hey Meek, you let Questlove down, man.
Now let's not forget, we do have Jay Farrell coming through today from Saturday Night Live, and we do have Donkey of the Day. And you know, Charlamagne, everybody's saying you got to take Meek out of escrow.
Meek is definitely out the escrow this morning. You ain't even got to worry about that.
All right,
you ain't even got to worry about that.
Yeah. Damn. I feel like a dog died. Look like Freddy Krueger got him.
They stink. That's how they smell after a while.
Charlamagne, say the game, don't get other day, man.
You are
a donkey.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day does not discriminate.
I might not have the song of the day, but I got the donkey of the day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit me with the hee-haw.
Yeah, it's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Donkey of the Day for Friday, July 31st goes to Meek Mill. Meek, my nigga, I hate it had to be him, but Donkey of the Day does not discriminate. Now, the people have been calling for me to give Meek Donkey of the Day since last week when the young bull went on his Twitter rant against Drake. An emotional-ass Twitter rant that got Meek in this situation that he is currently in. Meek, I still don't know what made you like to fuse and start slandering Drake that night, but the reasons we know aren't good enough. Reason one, that whole you didn't tweet my album out thing. Meek, you a grown-ass man, bro. My brother, you gotta stop caring about petty stuff like people tweeting your album out. The only people you should be mad didn't tweet your album is anybody who works for MMG or Atlantic Records. That's their job, okay? You did it to Wale. I understand being mad at Wale. That's your label mate. You guys seem to be friends, but Drake tweeting the album? Nah, bruh. Nothing to worry about. I understand, Meek, you want to get back the love you give out to other people, but that's not the way the game works. In a perfect world, yes, when you show somebody love, they show it back, but this isn't a perfect world. And honestly, after seeing how Aubrey Graham is clearly 3 steps ahead of everybody, he probably didn't tweet your album because he knew this was coming. Because for you, Meek, to flip the way you did over a tweet, even though we know it has to be a deeper issue, clearly you never liked Aubrey Graham anyway, and he probably knew that. Now, let's just get to it. Meek Mill, that diss record you put out last night was garbage, bruh. Okay, yes, I know you wanted to get right back at Drake, but if I thought for 1 second that record you put out last night was the best you could do, I would have told you, chill, bruh. Where was Kevin Hart to be your no man? You needed a no man around you last night. You needed a no man to say no. Don't put that out. What are you doing? That's not it. This guy Drake was so well calculated, down to the artwork. For back-to-back. He had Toronto Blue Jay Joe Carter hitting a home run in the World Series against the Philadelphia Flyers. He strategically released the record on a day that Toronto played Philly in baseball. He put my name in the record, said he was going to buy me bottles, and actually sent me 6 bottles. Drake repositioned you and Nicki's relationship. Now people are running around saying, Nicki wifed Meek. They got the memes with you in her wedding dress as the bride. Nicki is the groom. My brother, Aubrey Graham, made you look crazy. And that's what you're supposed to do in a rap battle. Make your opponent look crazy. It's just playing the dozens to the beat. That's all it is. And clearly, Drake is funnier than you because we laughed. Oh, we laughed at your expense. But when I heard that diss record last night, I cried. And the reason I cried is because I don't like to be wrong. I said specifically, no one can lose this battle. I said Meek fans would still like Meek and Drake fans would still like Drake, but I was wrong. You lost. Not just the battle, but public perception. I actually see people who didn't like Drake respecting him now. Even my hating ass said I'm a fan of Drake this week. And I'm still a fan of you, Meek. But I'm not gonna front. The intro don't sound the same to me right now, bruh. I heard it yesterday in the Viacom building, and the part when you say, hold up, wait a minute, y'all thought I was finished? I thought to myself, yeah, you are. It's over. Okay, you had the #1 album in the country 2 weeks in a row. You got one of the hottest chicks in the game, and you let social media ruin it for you. It takes years in the streets to build credibility, and just 2 or 3 tweets to ruin it, okay? It was a great week. It was a week we will all remember, and you played a huge part, Meek. In fact, you played the biggest part because you started it, but you didn't finish it. And I don't want to hear anything about that being a warning shot. Ain't no warning shot when you down 2-0, babe. Okay, if you really feel that way, you really just chasing a dream. Because after the way Drake has embarrassed you this week, the only thing you should have been looking for was fatalities. And that Wanna Know record was not a fatality. Streets want to know, why did you even put that out? General public don't care about the ghostwriting thing because you saying the man didn't write his own raps, but he crushed you with nothing but raps this week. You said Drake got peed on, but Meek, he defecated on you with bars. So y'all kind of even. I hate to admit this, but Safari, SB, his diss record was better than yours. Okay, I'm lying. I went too far. All right. But the moral of the story is the battle's over. Nothing more to see here, folks. It's done. Meek got bodied by the singing nigga. Between Bill Cosby and Meek, I don't know who let Philly down more this week. I would like to thank Aubrey Graham and Robert Rameek Williams for a very exciting week in hip-hop. And clearly it was only 3 winners in this whole situation. Okay, this week it was us, the fans of this beautiful culture called hip-hop. We won. Drake definitely won.
and me, Charlemagne the God. I won because I got my name mentioned in the winners bars, and I got 6 bottles of Dom Perignon, Dom Kennedy, whatever you call it. It's champagne. Give Meek Mill the biggest hee-haw, please.